And I'm sorry to,
Okay,
um,
so we were basically just saying
you
like,
were at, oh yeah, go ahead.
no, yeah, just like you notice that something's bothering you, and you notice then that like you go to numb it or like let your attention go to something else that's like maybe falls into the category of like outdated pattern or limiting belief or undesirable
Mhm.
behavior. Um, so whatever that is. And I guess it's like I'm asking two questions. One is, what are the spaces and containers that you're creating for yourself where you can actually let those things that you don't want to be with, because it's like we can't be with everything all the time.
Right, right.
Like, can you give yourself specific time in your week or even once a day maybe to like
Totally.
feel your feelings?
Right.
And then the
Yeah.
second question, and then I'll let you talk, is like, what do you do instead of numbing? That's gonna, when that comes up as the trigger, so this gets habitual, right? It gets to
Mm-hmm.
on the level of mind and the level of thought, and then into action, of course. But like,
Right.
where do you redirect to? And that for me is where like the spiritual piece has been very effective because I just go right to Krishna. I just go right to
Mm-hmm.
a mantra, and it's like, okay, God's got my back here.
Totally.
What would God? It's kind of that like, what would Jesus think?
Totally.
Like,
No, I'm so with you. Yeah.
yeah, those are my two things. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll start with the second one just because of what you just said. I have been noticing more often I'm doing that. I am able to catch a pause or catch a moment, pause, and drop down, like drop into my truth and drop in to God in me and be like, okay, like, what
Hmm.
do I really need to do? Like, what? Because I get like really stuck in decision making, and that's often where this even comes up. Like, I have to make a decision or do something next, and then I get really stuck, and then I rather than make the decision and just go with it, I spiral somewhere else. So I just like pause and I really look at like what is my higher self like guiding me to do, which to me is God telling me what to do as well. And so I've been noticing I'm doing that more than I used to, which is great. So I do think I've turned
Good.
over, but then when like the going gets tough, I don't.
It's worth
So I
celebrating the fact that you're doing it more than you used to.
true.
Because and I'll post this in the group later on, but like that's a big thing that we do in this community is like
Yes. Yeah.
notice
Hmm.
progress, notice progress. And even
Totally.
though you usually, a lot of times what'll happen is like we'll do a pattern and it will be like, I should have done this instead. And I would just invite like, well, next time, like try it
Mm,
next time and just try it 2% more next time. It doesn't have to be this
right.
big sweeping change, but like, and then over time, that 2% really compounds and adds up.
Mm, hmm.
So the
Hmm.
habits are the things that are going to ground you into rhythm so that you don't have to worry about necessarily like, what should I do? It's like we just try to dial up the habits where we feel they're gonna kind of support us. So and
Yeah.
I've been through the habits already almost two times now.
Yeah.
So which of the habits do you feel like will be most supportive for you right now?
Mm. Um, I also I just want to write. I do want to go back to when do I go to the darkness?
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
see.
you will.
But I like that question too. I just want to like reflect on that. Anyway, um, I think, mm,
I'm gonna put them on the screen too, so you don't have to like think through.
yeah, that's perfect. I mean, yeah, I'd love to see them all because like a few are coming to mind. Um,
Yeah, because sometimes it's like, oh, it's that one. I wasn't even
yeah,
thinking of that one.
you know what it comes to mind is definitely start the day right. Because
Okay.
I've been doing better at which I know has a lot more to it, but so
Out
start the
there,
day
yeah.
right and breath body practice because I've been doing much better at early to bed. I'm actually been waking up earlier, which is good, but then because right now I don't have a regular schedule with a job right now. I'm just doing some small stuff on like on the side, kind of like
Wait,
helping out an older.
what's that? Are you not doing your social working thing
No,
anymore?
I quit.
Tell me that.
I thought I did. I quit to go
Probably
to
do.
summer camp.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, Kelsey,
But
this
then
is
I didn't
huge.
go back. You probably didn't know that. Yeah.
This is huge, and this
So
probably plays into a big part of your identity evolution that you're like
it
in a major
does.
transition. So one of the things
Mhm.
I do to try to just like keep you guys on like express, don't waste too much time on like the mental chatter is let's just quickly architect an experiment for a habit for you for the next week. And then we can go
Okay.
back and talk about like the dark side and where you can make some space for that too. And let's
But
say,
yeah, I think this would be good. And then I can like schedule another coaching gym and really like and bring it to the our Tuesdays. Like I need consistency and like accountability,
good,
And
good.
I
Yeah,
have that. Like this community
just
is
lean into it. The more you tell me
right.
you need it, the more I'll give it to you.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
what time are you waking up right now for start the day, right? Let's look at that one first.
Okay. Well, that's what's hard is there's a lot of variability within that right now because I've
Okay.
been traveling and whatnot, but and then we're leaving again this weekend to go to a couple more weddings back to back. But
How does that impact your waking up time?
I can still answer. Yeah, you're right. And like I can still answer that question. I'm gonna go 8 o'clock.
Okay, 8 a.m.
That's
Most
what I've been
on average. Doesn't have to be every single day.
totally. Yep. And that's yep. And I'm feeling really good about that. That is a win for me.
For all of these, we're going to have a column A and a column B. And I like that you're saying that this is already like a win. You're feeling really good about that because you could even make a column C here and acknowledge like there's really good value in doing this, you guys. Like what if we call this actually column B, this C, A was like where you started. When
Right,
were
it
you?
was just like 10.
10 a.m. Good. So you've made huge progress.
Mm.
Okay, what is a part of your start your day right routine? What happens after you wake up?
Well, do you want the
You can
good
just be
the good or
brutally
the bad?
honest. It's fine.
Well, what I've been doing is so I don't keep my phone in the bedroom. That's been
Yeah.
like a strong rule. But what I've been doing is I sort of stumble out, go grab my phone and
Okay.
bring it back to bed, check it, and fuck around for 30 minutes to an hour. I
It
mean,
could be 2 hours. Yeah, of
yeah.
course.
If I don't have something to get up for, yeah.
Yeah. Because you're sucked into Instagram, you're sucked into Facebook. I mean, I know a
Yep.
lot of people go through this thing where it's like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
Email.
Snapchat,
Yeah.
Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram, and they just cycle through them, you know?
Totally.
And they're like,
Yeah.
what's going on? I don't even want to be doing this anymore, but I'm stuck here. And that's okay. It's like the awareness is the thing to be celebrated. So the fact that you
Yeah.
do recognize it is really great.
Yeah.
What happens
And
next?
what's interesting,
Are you
well,
doing
whatever, it doesn't
coffee
really
or
matter.
anything?
So I do drink coffee, but I do my hot water.
Oh, good.
Lemon, I do lemon and a little bit of honey hot water every morning.
Good. That's
And
perfect.
so I do that and then I usually don't eat until so I usually do that and what I would like, well, we could go to what I'd like to do, but what I
Well,
end
let's
up
go all the
doing,
way a good a good idea to go all the way to breakfast and food.
yeah, okay. So
What time do you eat?
what'd you say?
What time do you eat?
Usually around like 10.
Okay. And what about elimination?
You know, I often can't get myself to do that until after I eat my coffee. I've tried, but it's because
Yeah.
I probably need to do the movement
Can you do the coffee first and then like there's a thing in
because
Ayurveda
that
I
helps you
think
poop.
yeah, it does help the poop, but like try to not put new food in before the other it's no longer food,
Really?
but like
Okay.
you want to evacuate if possible before you eat.
Okay.
And
Like
I
it's
think
that.
that'll actually, I don't know, what's your digestion like?
Um, it's pretty, I mean, it's pretty good. I honestly, well, I guess maybe you might not. I really don't eliminate a lot. I don't poop a lot, but usually like once a
Have you
day.
watched have you watched the videos on like the gold standard and everything?
I have, but I
Okay.
should probably go back.
No. Just so it's in your awareness. And so you have somewhere to go because honestly, you can look at your poop every day and just sort of get a barometer, use that as a barometer for your health.
Mm,
Like,
okay.
okay, this is how I was eating yesterday. This is how, yeah, that makes sense. I was sort of feeling that way too. And then on the days where it's like the nice long 16-inch ripe banana, whatever, you're like, oh, I'm pooping well. I'm
Mm,
having my probiotics. I'm eating
yeah.
foods. I'm drinking hot water and hydrating throughout the day. I'm eating
Yeah.
leafy greens. All those things are going to be reflected in the quality of your elimination.
Mm, okay. Do you recommend taking a probiotic? Side note, a probiotic every day?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Because gut microbiome health is a very, very good indicator of your health. So
Right.
however strong your gut microbiome is a very
Right.
is kind of like there, and it's just now emerging in scientific literature that there are some strong parallels to the health of the gut microbiome and the health of the immune system.
Mm, totally. Yep. Yeah. Do you, Dr. Zach Bush?
Yeah.
You know
Love
him?
that.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
that.
We have, Matt loves him, and we have, I mean, Matt takes some, but like I should do it too.
So
But
did that influence at all your start your day right habit?
it did. Sorry, I was just looking at the probiotics Matt ordered from like that he recommended. Anyway, got him. I'll just start taking them. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, what'd you ask? Did that?
Does Matt at all influence your start the day right?
Oh, um, not really, because he's not here.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
is part of it. Like when he is home, I'm actually better. But I'm
Ah, okay.
he
Good to know.
leaves and go to work. He goes to work every day. So well, obviously on the weekends. But yeah, he's usually out by 7:30 or 8. So
Okay.
then so it would be what I could do to use him as support is get up earlier with him and sort of like have just start my day with an accountability partner in him of like we have our hot water together. Maybe I do a little yoga, it'd be nice, like have a nice conversation or something over coffee before he goes. And then I'm already kind of moving and I'm not going straight to my phone.
I would really look at with, start your day right is almost like a pie chart sort of situation. Because there's going to be necessary things that need to happen in the pie chart. It might even just be you figure out how much time you need in the bathroom. That's a big
Yeah.
part of start your day right. And it's everything from my neti pot to my tongue scraping to my cold shower to my evacuation. And sometimes I don't evacuate before, or eliminate before I have my cold shower. Sometimes I can. Like Andy was
Mm,
asking the other week, like, do you notice the hot water actually makes a difference? And lately it's been raising my awareness around like, does it actually? And I,
mm,
I usually can get a bowel movement from just sipping the whole quart of hot water,
mm.
which is and the squatty potty helps too. So
Yeah,
if you
I have a
can put
squatty
your
potty.
body, yeah, put your body in the posture. And you could also start doing a little bit of like, wind relieving pose in,
Mm,
as part of your breath body practice to try to get stuff moving. This is prana too, actually. The downward flow of prana is called apana. It's a vayu, apana vayu. You may have learned about it in like a teacher training.
mm.
So where I was going with all of that is like you can kind of make a little pie chart of like what's bathroom time, what is your maybe breath body practice. And then I hear you saying that you're also desiring maybe some time for connection with your partner or
Yeah,
or just connection in general. So that way, even
it
when
doesn't.
you're not
Yeah,
there, you're journaling or you're connecting with God. I mean, connecting with
mm,
God in the morning hours. Go back and read that chapter in Body Thrive because she talks a lot about, they call it in yoga the Brahma Muhurt. So Brahma is God, however you spell Brahma. And then Muhurta, there might even be an extra U in there. It's not spelled right, but you get the idea.
yeah, yeah.
Muhurta. And then fill this, like what else do you think you might want to be a part of your
Mm.
morning routine? Is there anything else in here that we haven't addressed yet?
Um, well, I mean, definitely movement, that breath
Yeah.
body movement. If I can get that in early, it absolutely changes the trajectory of my day.
Good. So let's just
Um,
take a second with breath body practice because that can be a lot. What's the easiest thing you can do for like, first of all, how long do you want to do it?
yeah,
And then also like, what exactly are you doing?
yeah. Well, I think like realistically 15 minutes. Like I think I can easily do that right now. And then it's either a little bit of yoga, but boy, it's kind of like this combo of yoga and dance. And I
Yeah.
just move and listen to music and breathe and get in my body.
So yoga, dance, breath. And I would even recommend possibly in the beginning, just going on YouTube and like Googling like you ever do Tabata workouts?
Mm-mm.
I love those things.
Really?
It's like 15 minutes of cardio, kind of like almost a T25 kind of vibe. And
Okay. How do you, yeah,
there's
Tabata.
music to it. Let's see if we can just like look at one really fast.
Yeah.
Um, so I would just like put in, I've done this for my breath body practice. Tabata 15-minute. Welcome back to the Body Coach TV. Crunch. Yeah, these are the ones I'm familiar with, where there's music to them.
Here we go. 5, 4,
Oh, awesome.
2, 1, go.
Nice.
It's just
And so
like
they're just back
you
to
ever do
back.
insanity.
Huh?
And I find that really trying to hit the beat with all the moves and everything, I find it very enlivening.
I like that. That looks fun. And you do that first thing.
Yeah, and like you just find, like for me right now, my breath body practice is pretty much yoga. So like morning, I had a 7 a.m. vinyasa class that happened at the studio. So I went in, I was taking it. And they tomorrow it'll be 20 minutes of probably cat cow because I teach yin. And I know I want to do a little bit before my yin. On Wednesday, I get to do vinyasa again. On Thursday, I'll change it up with something else. So like change it up, but definitely I think you're interested in making sure it's one of the things that happens for you before you get to your breakfast. And then notice like how you feel. So we'll just pull this down here and pull this over here. Okay, so you want to keep 8 a.m. for now?
Right now, I think that's realistic.
Good.
I know that, I mean, I'm planning to come to Yin tomorrow. Like there are days that I can do earlier, but I think 8 is like
What
the
do you want
like
to do
late
about this?
cutoff, you know?
What do you want to do about this?
I think I'm just thinking about like creating a structure where I don't go to my phone till breakfast.
What's your alarm?
I have an alarm clock.
Okay, so what do you do instead? Alarm clock rings. Here's the new evolved version. Alarm clock rings, 8 a.m. What's the first thing you do?
Well, you know what I learned in like a self-compassion thing I did that I would love to bring back is like before you put your feet on the ground, I put my hands on my heart and I take like 3 deep breaths and I just check in with like, I say like, who's in there? Like, what does she need today? And it's just like a moment of self-love and self-compassion.
Okay, good.
So doing that, and then, I guess, I mean, getting up and, yeah, just like going straight to, I don't know, brushing, like,
Well, it's either bathroom or a breath body practice. What comes first for you?
well, I don't know. I mean, right now, I mean, what I was gonna say is like brushing my, tongue scrape, brushing my teeth, splashing water in my face, like that, and then go to hot water. Because isn't hot water, I do hot water before breath body.
Yes, I would too.
Okay.
I'm just thinking that like, so once this is the very first thing that happens, right? Hands on heart and everything.
Yeah.
Then bathroom. Or then hot water. You tell me.
Oh, bathroom.
Okay, bathroom.
But it's not eliminating bathroom. I know that's not ready.
But like bathroom routine, whatever's there.
Yep.
What time is that?
Oh, like how long does it take, you mean?
No, like how long does this take?
Oh, 2 minutes.
Okay. Because I think part of what the hard thing of getting out of bed is getting out of bed.
It is.
So there's a comfort to your comforter and to your, especially as it's going to get into the colder months, it will
Yeah.
grow more and more tempting to stay warm. And I think it's a big part of the obstacle for people is like, okay, step out of bed. So once you've done this, and this is really cool because what we're getting into, and this is good for everyone to see, is what's called habit stacking.
Yeah.
The one thing just falls after the next. James Clear talks quite a bit about that in Atomic Habits. You could even just Google it and read more about it.
Mm.
So this will probably take you 2 minutes, and then it's covers off, feet are on the floor, you're standing up, you're walking to the bathroom, and you're doing your bathroom.
Yeah, you're making a point. Like, I kind of want to create something that I'm like, I look forward to getting out of bed.
Yeah, exactly. So what is it?
And I think I'm realizing now, like, that's why I reach for the phone. So it's like I don't have to like think about what I have to do and like feel,
It's like avoidant
it's
behavior. It's
100% avoidant behavior.
you're gonna be amazed at like what starts to happen once you start doing this. Like
I know.
you're able to leverage the fuck out of this.
I know, you're so right. Okay. Well, I guess
Really quickly say that like sometimes this for me, let me make it a different color. I hate when I do that. Sometimes this for me does need to be like 20 minutes.
yeah.
It is like me in bed with hot water and my phone. So like just make sure you're gentle with yourself, but know
Yeah, so maybe
what you're
yeah.
working towards. Like I think this is very possible for this coming week for
Yeah.
you to do this. But on the days where it just like feels too fucking heavy, know that like you sitting in bed for 20 minutes with hot water and maybe your favorite book, or
Yeah.
make it something that gives you that opportunity, because it sounds like that's also the time you're using this for. And look,
Yeah.
social media is a form of connection, no doubt.
Yeah.
My thing is just like, I had to stop keeping all that information about people in my fucking head. Because like
Yeah.
it haunt me throughout my day, like this person's doing that show, that person just got married. And it's like that shit in my consciousness. You know?
Right. Like it doesn't actually serve you to know that much. Like I think that's for me,
Right.
it's I've now gotten to a point where it's like a touchstone. I like will go everyone. There's a car alarm going off. Sorry. I don't know if you can hear that, but anyway.
So we're looking to elevate the way that you're connecting in the morning. And you've already
Yeah, I really like that though. Like I think what you're saying is like I think it's okay to like to have that be 20 minutes and to have it be just like a little more nourishing. But I'm thinking maybe I could incorporate journaling. Like I don't want to overdo it, obviously.
so just that you're
I don't have
checking
like a million.
this
What did
box.
you say?
You're checking off this,
Yeah.
right? You kind of divided so far your practice into thirds. Your start your day right habit into thirds, and that a third of it happens in the bathroom. Let's see if I can flip this. A third of it happens in your breath body practice, and then it also happens with your form of connection. And maybe you take more into something with Matt. No, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's pretty astute. You're gonna do Tabata for breath body practice. How much time do you need in the bathroom?
15, maybe 10. I don't know. I mean,
Well,
this
just
initial
just by me asking the questions, you're gonna be like, how much time do I need in the bathroom?
right. I'll start
Right?
paying attention. Yeah.
You now know that there are some non-negotiables.
Yeah.
Not hard and fast ever, you guys, but like I didn't bring my neti pot to Vermont this weekend, for example. But today when I was back, I'm like, oh, neti, thank gosh.
Yeah.
So like if I'm in the bathroom in the morning, I'd love to, eliminate neti pot, cold shower. I want to add massage back in because that hasn't been in lately. And that's a really nice habit. So you probably 15 minutes, and you'll find ways to even make that enjoyable, you know, oil pulling, you know, whatever else needs to happen in the morning for you there. So then by basically, you're telling me by, and if you want to be generous with yourself, we'll just say like by 8:45 or 8:30, you're into your breath body practice. It's only 15 minutes, so generously then we'll say 9 a.m. You maybe 9 a.m. you go see if anyone texted you. You know what I mean?
Totally.
If you want, I mean, you said you don't eat until 10, so there's still some stuff that needs to happen between then and, but I would be wary of these kind of big open dead spaces, because sometimes they can be,
that's the issue.
So maybe you go for a walk, you know,
Yeah.
maybe you find that's when you sit and listen to the podcast, or you're working on a hobby or something. But
that's totally what it is. Yeah, because I have a lot of that right now, and I actually, I'm craving more structure, and these habits can be it right now, you know.
And that's exactly right. Like, I had to hear Kate say this probably 100 times before I got it, and I wished I would have got it sooner. So I'll try to just drive it home for you and anyone who's listening. Oh, hang on one second. Structure precedes evolution.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably worth like writing up on a post-it or paper and putting on your wall, because you just said it, you know, like your structure. And what we do in this group, it's an evolutionary community. We're all looking at our identity evolution. So rest assured, you're already evolving because you're in the group. Like, you're already raising your consciousness and you're noticing changes. And I mean, just think about what you would be doing if you weren't having this conversation right now, or any of the conversations that you and I have been having over the last, like, been over 6 months.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
So give us a little insight on what your journey's been like so far, and like what you're looking forward to in the remaining part of the year.
Well, I think what I've realized is I've just been taking little bits, you know, like hearing it, finding what works for me, like learning. And what I'm really looking forward to and like really wanting is to like really have it integrate and start like having these, rather than just like knowing that I should do these habits or knowing these things, like not should, but like really recognizing that when I do them, it makes a significant difference in my life. And I've really enjoyed, I don't know, because I am so scattered and kind of all over the place, there's a lot of areas in my life where I like don't have structure and don't have these things that I like, these anchors, you know. And what I think this community has been, and learning all this has been an anchor and something consistent that I really was desiring. And I'm really wanting to like show myself that I can do this and that I will evolve, you know.
Okay, good. Next time we talk, let's do one of these for you too, because we can usually derive a fair amount of like insight.
So is it two coaching gyms a month?
Yeah, I think so. It's 2 a month.
Okay. So, which I have not been doing.
No one does them, so I'm just going to make it 1 a month.
Okay.
I'm putting a 10K package on for like a VIP level, and that'll be like an hour every 2 weeks of like this kind of work. Interestingly, like coaching gyms are supposed to be 15 minutes, but I just like, I love you guys and I want to experiment with like, you know, how I can best serve you. I'm learning on the job here, and so find out like when you
because I'm asked. Well, I was just gonna say, you know, I really want to start doing them consistently, and I understand if we are actually doing them 2 a month, like they can be shorter for sure. But I'm just thinking like I'd like to set one up again.
So what I can probably do to help you is like just announce them every single Journey to You call. I'm going to move more into like using an agenda and a presentation probably, because getting some feedback that's requesting that. And I think it's,
Mm.
I really value your guys' feedback. But what I can also do is I can automate an email to go out once a month that just reminds you like, hey,
Yeah,
your coaching team, here's the link.
right.
And I'll just have my VA automate 12 of those emails for the time that you're in for the year. Okay.
Mm.
So yeah, you guys
Good.
so much like evolve my systems too.
Yeah, I love it. But so I guess the reason I was asking is because I want to set another one up, and you were saying next time we talk, we can do the hero's journey. And yeah, I want to just like keep the momentum.
Okay. I'll just call you later this week and we'll do this, but do your coaching gym.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be fun. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna press stop record.
Okay.